When you're looking through the Odyssey set list, you'll find a lot of really neat cards. This set was a flavorful and mechanical home run, both showcasing the world of Dominaria post-invasion and giving players some real nice cards to put into their decks. Cards like Entomb and Squirrel Mob first see print here, and there's a lot of flavor and lore to be found throughout the rest of the set. But when I'm going through Odyssey, one card in particular sticks out like a sore thumb, and it's not because of its power, its rarity, or its story relevance. No, this card is strange to me because of how odd it is, flavorfully. You see, this is Wayward Angel, and at first glance, nothing seems out of the ordinary. It's a 4/4 angel with flying and first strike, nothing special, but when you take a closer look at it, something's off. First, you might notice the art. This angel's got an extra wing and a malicious, twisted claw arm jutting out of her shoulder. There's a subtle, sinister vibe to it that unsettles you the more you look. Then you might notice the actual ability. Wayward Angel actually has a threshold ability. As long as you have 7 or more cards in your graveyard, she has +3 power and toughness, is a black creature, gains trample, and makes you sacrifice a creature on each of your upkeeps. That is a pretty vicious ability for an angel to have. And then it clicks as you look at the type line. This isn't an angel. It's an angel horror, and something is deeply wrong here. And part of what makes Wayward Angel as a card so strange is the total lack of explanation for it. There's nothing in the Odyssey block novels that addresses this creature, nor is there a short story or even a flavor blurb as far as I can find. This anomalous angel is just there. A twisted perversion of divine purity with less than no explanation. And without anything in the way of concrete explanations, you're kind of left guessing, coming up with theories as to what the story could possibly be on this card. Is it a Phyrexian remnant that somehow slipped by undetected for 100 years? Phyrexian sleeper agents can take on all sorts of forms after all. Maybe the threshold mechanic is this card's way of showing that it's been activated as a Phyrexian. Or maybe it's the Mirari. That little orb is shown to be a constant source of magical shenanigans after all. In fact, after it's left in the Crozen Forest, the Mirari emanated magical energy out from the forest across Otaria, mutating a lot of the inhabitants. That mutation could be what's going on here. Except that the Mirari isn't left in Croza until the end of the Odyssey story, and Wayward Angel shows up in the very first set, which would mean that the Mirari isn't likely to be the cause chronologically. Maybe this angel has thrown in her lot with the Cabal. On Ravnica, we see angels defect from the Boros Legion for the Orzhov Syndicate all the time, usually in pursuit of wealth and power. Maybe this angel decided that she wanted some of that wealth and turned to the Cabal. Maybe her twisted appearance is a side effect of her harnessing dementia magic to enhance her standing in the organization. Sure, dementia casters aren't mechanically tied to the threshold ability, but maybe she's harnessing the raw necromantic energies of the dead to the same effect. Or hey, maybe the angel is herself a product of the Cabal. Dementia casters create horrors drawn from their own nightmares after all. What could be a bigger nightmare for a servant of the Cabal than a holy angel? Maybe it's one of these, or maybe some combination, or maybe it's none of them. What makes Wayward Angel so strange to me is just how out of place she seems, how disturbing she appears once you really think about it. And not having any clue at all from the story only makes it more fascinating, really. Basically, it just begs you to ask, just what is going on here? What do you think about the Wayward Angel? Do you subscribe to one of my theories, or do you have your own? If so, let me know in the comment section below. And while we're talking about subscribing, please subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications. Consider checking out Patreon and the Discord, and remember, I am in your walls.